Very good morning to 12th class student. In last video we have discussed the preparation of aliphatic and aromatic aldehydes and ketone. So today we are going to study about boiling physical properties of aldehyde and ketone. First is boiling point. The aldehyde and ketone show dipole-dipole interaction. We already know that boiling point depends upon force of attraction that present between molecules of aldehyde and ketone. In aldehyde, their group is this one. In ketone, the group is this one. This group is polar in nature because carbon and oxygen both show different electron-activity. Due to high electron-activity of oxygen carry partial negative charge and carbon carry partial positive charge. That's why their dipole moment develop and they show dipole-dipole interaction. Dipole-dipole interaction is high attraction, high force of interaction. That's why they have high melting and boiling point as compared to hydrocarbon of same molecular mass. Now question is, out of aldehyde and ketone, which one has high boiling point and why? Ketones, due to two electron donating R group. R group, we know that R group has plus I effect. Plus I effect means electron donating inductive effect. So this becomes more polar. So here separation of charge comes. That's why ketone is having more boiling point than that. For example, when you take an example of propanol, this is your propanol and this is your acetone, that is also called propanone. Out of these two, which one has high boiling point? This one has high boiling point because here 2R group has electron donating inductive effect. That's why it shows separation of charge and that's why it is more polar and it has more boiling point. Next question is, out of alcohol and aldehyde, which one has high boiling point and why? We know that hydrogen bonding is a strong force of attraction than dipole-dipole interaction. In alcohol, hydrogen bonding present. In aldehydes and ketone, dipole-dipole interaction present. So, out of alcohol and aldehyde, alcohol has high boiling point due to strong hydrogen bonding, due to presence of strong force of attraction, that is hydrogen bonding in alcohol. In aldehyde, dipole-dipole interaction present. If question comes that out of aldehyde, ketone and aldehyde, alcohol, which one has high boiling point, then first highest boiling point alcohol is shown by alcohol, then ketones and then aldehyde. Aldehydes have least boiling point. Next is solubility. Lower members of aldehyde and ketone are soluble in water due to formation of hydrogen bonding. This is your aldehyde and this is your ketone. This part is polar, that's why they are soluble in water. Because like dissolve like concept, water is a polar solvent, so due to presence of this polar part they are soluble in water. But as we increase the R group, then non-polar part increase, that's why their solubility decrease and that's why their tendency to form the hydrogen bonding also decrease, that's why solubility decrease. Next is chemical properties of aldehyde and ketone. See here, this is your aldehyde molecule. This carbonyl group is a polar in nature because out of carbon and oxygen is more electronegative, so it carry minus charge and partial negative charge and carbon carry partial positive charge. Same here, out of R, this R group which is non-polar part and this part is polar part, and out of carbon and oxygen is more electronegative, so oxygen carry partial negative charge and carbon carry partial positive charge. That's why both aldehyde and ketones are polar in nature. Due to polar nature of this group, in aldehyde 1H group on carbonyl, so more positive. Let us see here, that is both these group in aldehyde and ketone, carbonyl group is polar in nature. Now the question arises, out of these two group, which one is more polar in nature? Now the question arises, out of these two, which one is more polar in nature? Here 1R group, by donating electrons, show tendency to decrease the positive charge. So here decrease in positive charge is due to 1R group. Here 2R group, by donating electron due to plus I effect, has more tendency to decrease the positive charge that is present on carbon. So here decrease in positive charge is more, that's why it is less polar. Polar means separation of charge that is present on carbon and oxygen. So aldehyde are more polar than ketones. That's why out of aldehyde and ketone, aldehydes are more reactive than ketone due to presence of less number of R group due to less plus I effect. Now the types of reaction that shown by aldehyde and ketone. Nucleophilic addition, that is the very important reaction which is shown by aldehyde and ketone. What are nucleophile? Nucleophile is a species which is nucleus loving. Nucleo means nucleus, phile means loving, which is nucleus loving. Nucleus carry positive charge. It means the species nucleophile is a species having negative charge and it attack at positive site. Nucleophile attack on carbon which carry positive charge of carbonyl group, and it causes the complete transfer of pi electron to oxygen and hybridization change from sp2 to sp3. See, when nucleophile, see here when this is your aldehyde, when nucleophile, here carbon show double bond character, it means carbon has sp2 hybridization. When nucleophile attack on carbon, because carbon carry positive charge and oxygen carry negative charge, then this pi electron are completely shifted to oxygen, because oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. So here we get this molecule RCO negative, nucleophile and HER. So this here carbon show hybridization sp3. So hybridization will change from sp2 to sp3. I hope it is clear to all of you. See here, this is your aldehyde or ketone molecule. When nucleophile attack on carbon, because carbon carry positive charge and oxygen carry negative charge, it is a nucleophile, so it attack at positive charge species. This is a shift of complete pi electron. It is a very slow step, that's why it is known as rate determining step. Here carbon show sp2 hybridization and its hybridization change from sp2 to sp3 and we get this intermediate, and then it take H ion from the solvent or from reagent and we get this product. This is your final product which you gain in nucleophilic addition reaction. Now question arises, out of aldehyde and ketone, which one is more reactive and why? So which we have already discussed in previous question, that aldehydes are more reactive than ketone in nucleophilic addition. The reason behind this is inductive effect. Inductive effect means plus R group show electron donating inductive effect. So greater than, see here, this is your formaldehyde, this is your other than formaldehyde, this is your ketone. So here is no R group which show inductive effect. Here is one R group which has plus I effect, electron donating inductive effect. So by plus I effect, it increase the electron density on carbon. That's why here positive charge get neutralized. So reactivity of aldehyde is due to this polar group. If R group is present, then it has plus I effect, and it decrease the electron density. It decrease the positive charge on carbon by plus I effect, by electron donating inductive effect. That's why lesser will be the positive charge, lesser will be the attack of nucleophile. But when we comes to ketone, then we find here 2R group due to plus I effect has more tendency to decrease the positive charge that is present on carbon. So here is less attack of nucleophile. So this is your inductive effect, that is also known as plus I effect. Greater the number of R group attach on the carbonyl carbon, greater will be the dispersal of positive charge that present on carbon, so lesser will be the attack of nucleophile. Next point is steric hindrance. As the number of R group, steric hindrance means crowded area. As the number of R group we increase, or as we change R group from one carbon to more carbon atom, or as we increase the branching on carbon, then R group increase. When the R group increase, steric hindrance increase. That's why attack of nucleophile becomes difficult. So formaldehyde is more reactive than other aldehyde, and aldehyde is more reactive than ketone, and ketone small R group ketone is more reactive than steric big R group which have some branchings. Now question arise, aromatic aldehyde and ketone. Aromatic aldehyde and ketone where CHO group is attached on benzene ring, and here CO group is attached on benzene ring, then it is called aldehyde or ketone. Big benzene ring has electron donating resonating effect. See here, R group has electron donating inductive effect. Benzene has electron donating resonating effect. That is called plus R effect. That's why by donating electron, it decreases the positive charge on carbon. So attack of nucleophile becomes difficult, because when carbon has less positive charge, then attack of nucleophile is not take place. See here that this electron shifted here, this electron shifted here, so this bond becomes double bonded, and here carbon show positive charge, benzene at ortho position in the benzene ring, and oxygen carry negative charge. So there is no positive charge on carbon of carbonyl. That's why here attack of nucleophile becomes difficult. That's why you can say aromatic aldehyde are less reactive as compared to aliphatic aldehyde. Aromatic ketones are less reactive as compared to aliphatic ketones. See here, here is benzene ring attached with CHO group. You can draw this structure like this. Here this show plus R effect. Here benzene ring attached with carbonyl carbon along with CH3 group. Here this benzene ring show plus R effect, and methyl group show plus I effect. Both has electron donating effect. So here carbonyl carbon carry less positive charge, so it is less reactive toward nucleophilic addition. But here, see here in next example, here two benzene rings are attached to carbonyl carbon. Here both have plus R effect. R plus R resonating effect is more powerful than plus I inductive electron donating inductive effect. So here electron density increased by these two benzene rings. So here positive charge is less, very less present on carbon. That's why it is less reactive toward nucleophilic addition. I hope it is clear to all of you. Next is first type of reaction, that is nucleophilic addition reaction. Tomorrow we will do nucleophilic addition followed by elimination. But today's topic is nucleophilic addition. First is addition of hydrogen cyanide. Hydrogen H, cyanide C, and negative. So combinedly we call it as hydrogen cyanide. Pure hydrogen cyanide reacts slowly, but in the presence of base they react fast. For example, when we take HCN in the presence of base, then this OH group take H from this and release the nucleophile. This nucleophile has tendency to form the bond at carbon, because here carbon having positive charge. So when this CN group attack at carbon, then this pi electron shifted on oxygen. This is a slowest step and rate determining step. Here partial equilibrium will take place. Then it take H ion from the solvent and we get hydrocyanin. Aldehyde, hydrocyanin. For example, this is your ketone, that is called acetone. Acetone in the presence of pH 9 to 10. 9 to 10 show its basic pH. Solution is basic in nature. So in the presence of base, first it release H ion and we get the cyanide nucleophile. This cyanide nucleophile attack here, and then this pi electron completely shifted over oxygen and we get this intermediate compound, and then it take H ion from the solvent. It is a fast step and we get acetone hydrocyanin. What is this? Acetone cyanohydrin. What is this? Acetone. First write down the name of ketone and then write down cyanohydrin. It is clear to all of you. Then next reaction is addition of sodium bisulfite, that may be written as NaHSO3. Sodium bisulfite, or this is also called sodium hydrogen sulfite. Here HSO3 act as a nucleophile, so it attack on carbon and this pi electron shifted over oxygen. It is a slowest step, rate determining step, and equilibrium will take place. Then here there is exchange of ion will take place. This H ion exchange with sodium ion and it gives this molecule. This is your salt of sodium sulfide, and then take H ion from the solvent and then we get the final product. So this is your addition of sodium bisulfite. This is your acetone. Acetone react with sodium hydrogen sulfide and this is a nucleophile, attack on carbon, shifted on this one. Then there is a shift of H ion with this. So this we get finally this product. This is your final product. By after shifting of H ion, after exchanging of ion, interexchanging of ion, H with sodium ion. Next is addition of Grignard reagent. It is very important topic. Grignard reagent. What is Grignard reagent? RMGX. How can you prepare? By reaction of alkyl halide with magnesium, we get Grignard reagent. In Grignard reagent, R carry negative charge, magnesium carry 2 positive charge, and halogen carry negative charge. Why R group attack on carbonyl carbon? Because carbon-carbon bond is a stable bond. This attack here, shifting of pi electron over oxygen, then this combine with oxygen and we get this product. This is your rate determining step. This is your R group and H group, that may be depends upon whether it is aldehyde and ketone, OMGX and R. Then undergo hydrolysis. This part released as a MgXOH and H from water attach here. So this is your product final. When we treat aldehyde with Grignard reagent, remember it is very important from conversion point of view. When aldehyde react with Grignard reagent, we get secondary alcohol. When ketone react with Grignard reagent, then we get tertiary alcohol. If in conversion there is question to change aldehyde to secondary alcohol, then you add Grignard reagent. If there is question how can you convert aldehyde to primary alcohol, then it undergo reduction. So ketone on reduction gave secondary alcohol and ketone on reaction with Grignard reagent gave tertiary alcohol. Next question is addition of alcohol. We get acetyl ketal formation. It is very important question. See, this is your aldehyde on reaction with alcohol ROH. OR alcohols are acidic in nature. OR group is negative part, that is called nucleophile attack here, and shifting of electron will take place. In the presence of HCl, this take place in acidic condition. So it get H ion from the solvent and we get this product, that is RCHOROH. It react with another alcohol molecule, so there is release of water and we get that is called hemiacetal और this is called acetal. aldehyde से आपको acetal मिलेगा, this is hemiacetal. When aldehyde react with one alcohol, then we get hemiacetal. When aldehyde react with two alcohol, then we get acetal. In the case of ketone, see here, this is again your aldehyde, this is your ethanol, ethoxy group part attached here, this one shift here, then on treatment with acid you get CH3COH OC2H5H. But when you treat this further with alcohol, then water will remove and we get these two part. This is called acetaldehyde. This is your acetaldehyde. Diethyl ketal. What is this? Acetaldehyde. This part is acetaldehyde, ethyl hemiacetal. And this is your acetaldehyde acetal, not ketal. This is your acetaldehyde diethyl acetal, not hemiacetal. So in case of if there is CH3 group, then it is called acetone ethyl hemiketal. Then we call it as acetone diethyl ketal. So this is about your this chapter. This is this topic of aldehyde and ketone. This is your nucleophilic addition. It is very important. In nucleophilic addition, you take examples: addition of hydrogen cyanide, sodium bisulfite, addition of Grignard reagent, and addition of alcohol. In addition of alcohol, you get hemiacetal and hemiacetal, acetal, hemiketal and ketal. So this is all about your nucleophilic addition that will take place in basic conditions. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.